No, I hope they don't notice that I'm already broken, but I'm always gonna try before I say my goodbyes. And I hope that you notice that I'm already hopeless. There's no more sun in the sky. I think I ran out of time. Yeah. I started thinking about my future, cause I know that's where it's at. I gotta focus just so I can keep my hope and shit intact, which is important, cause I'm trying to pay the mortgage with a track. And I get love, but I need some more support to get this back. Sometimes I think it's best if I just left and never said
Pressure. Somehow unseen. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yes, sir.
I'm Luis Romero. I am the Fuck Fentanyl guy, and this is the Fuck Fentanyl podcast. I got a really fucking rad homie over here. I got the Noddy God, Dakota.
What's up, guys? Yeah, thanks for having me here, man.
Fuck yeah.
I go by Noddy God on socials and stuff, but my name's Dakota, and I'm stoked to be here to support the Fuck Fentanyl podcast.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it, man. I've been looking forward to this one for a minute.
Yeah, me too.
Man, yeah, you know, I got on your Instagram. My friend Ashley was sending me your videos like a while ago, and I was like, oh man, this guy's fucking hilarious. I fuck with this dude.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate it, dude.
Hell yeah. So about where'd you grow up, Dakota?
I grew up in San Diego, in kind of North County area. So if you know where like Peñasquitas and Poway is.
Yep.
So I grew up over there and spent most of my young adult life kind of drifting from between PQ Poway area to OB PB area.
Oh, okay.
So my dad lived in PB for a lot of my life growing up, and my mom lived in Poway. So it's kind of a back and forth.
Okay.
Like a lot of kids, you know.
Right. I see. So they like separated, and you're just kind of.
Yeah, they were never married. I was an NA baby. My mom and
what?
my dad met. Yeah, really. They met in NA, and you know, like dated for like a month, and then didn't talk, and then voila, my mom said, "Well, I'm pregnant."
Oh shit.
Yeah, so full circle.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh fuck, man. So were you always around like drugs and alcohol like as a kid, or was it just
not really early on?
Mm-hmm.
It was more so when my dad came back into my life. So I was probably 6 or 7 when I met my biological dad, and he's always had a big meth addiction.
I see.
So, you know, I think he, to his credit, tried to not do it around me, but the influences of those things still come through, and like behavior and just like, you know, general environment, you know.
Right. No, absolutely.
So that was my first kind of brush of understanding what drugs were, but it was more 12, 13 that I personally, indulged. Because up until then I thought, I don't want to be like my dad. You know, I don't want to be a drug addict.
Right.
But then you get a little older and you make friends and you see them partying, and it's like FOMO kind of. You're like, well, shoot, everyone's having so much fun but me. You know?
Right. I feel that one.
And so, I started sneaking alcohol with my friends and smoking weed, you know, around 13.
I see. Was it like was it kind of like progressive, or was it just like having fun, just kind of innocent?
I think at first it was pretty innocent, you know, because we were younger kids, and when we first started doing it, it was like a special thing we had, like, oh, we can escape for a little bit, whatever's going on at home or in your life, you know. But of course, as these things do, by the time I was 18, 19, my relationship with even weed, it was not super healthy.
Right.
You know, and I even to this day I smoke a little bit. I'm an advocator of if it helps you in your journey, that it's not the worst thing. But if you're just smoking all the time,
like all day, every day,
it's just as negative as anything else that you'd be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. There definitely can be addiction with weed.
For sure. It's not risk free. I'm not in any way telling people like don't smoke weed. I'm just being honest about my experience and what I've done. You know?
And I think that's awesome. I really appreciate honesty.
Yeah. Well, that's like that's why I like what you do so much, is because like I feel like the only way to speak to people about what happens when you do these things is to be honest about what really happens in our own life, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's I always feel like, you know, what's wrong with, you know, when you're addicted, it's like, you know, you're believing, you're not only lying, but you're believing your own fucking lies, and then you're in this fantasy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, if somebody could like a lot of people have brought up the irony of like, how would you like footage of you online from what I do? And
Yeah.
first off, there's a ton of footage of me online being absolutely crazy. There's pictures of me with my face picked out, just looking like Gollum, like tweaking, dude.
Yes.
And second, but I get it. You know, it's tough when you're in that state. You feel so vulnerable and stuff. But
Yeah.
the kind of life that we have lived and that we've lost so many people to, I feel like the best thing we can do as survivors and people who have lived through it is to just bring a little humor to it and try to educate other people.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I 100% agree with that.
Heck yeah.
Because, you know, like, fucking, there used to be, like when I started fucking around, it was in 2000. I was 17. So I guess 2007 or 2008, one of those years. And
Yeah.
it was, like, a lot of stigma. And it was, like, you know, being, like, addicts were looked at, I think, in a really different light.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And it was like, it was disgusting. It was like, you want nothing to do. You didn't even want to understand them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What they're going through and all that shit.
The social norm was that it's just like, you know, there's like thieves and robbers and
Right.
drug addicts kind of.
Right. No, yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. And, you know, my uncle kind of was thrown in that umbrella, and it kind of bothered me for a while, but it is what it is. And then I fell under that umbrella too, you know. I've been clean for like 12 years.
dude, fist bump, man.
Thanks, dude.
I'm about to hit 7, but full transparency, I was on methadone for 4 years, the first
Oh,
4
really?
years of my sobriety journey.
Really?
So that was a big, you know, technically it's only been 3 years off of everything because of that.
Yeah.
But I say 7 because that's when I really made the choice to turn my life around and stop messing with everything. That's when
for
I
sure.
started methadone. But my God, man, that stuff is hard to get off.
Oh, fuck yeah. I was about to say that. Like, that is hard ass shit to get off. Especially the juice. Like, that shit is like.
Yeah, I was doing 100 milligrams a day. And
Really?
after 2 years, I actually got married to a really, really cool Italian woman named Vanessa. We're not married anymore, but she was great. But she was the one that originally said, like, you're not going to be able to live a real life like this forever, you know, because I had to go to the clinic every day. I couldn't.
Right.
And if I missed a dose, man,
Ooh, shit was going down.
it was like you had the flu plus like depression, you know,
Yeah.
it sucked.
Yeah, dude.
So I was on that for about 4 or 5 years, and then I did about a year taper of just every other week going down 2 or 4 milligrams, you know,
Shit.
and just kind of,
Yeah.
that year was a very uncomfortable year.
Every milligram matters.
Yeah, it does. And I had to take a little break when I got down to 4 because I
Really?
just felt like kind of dissociated just from like, I think the chemical change in my body.
Oh,
of,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
lowering it so much. So I took a
Right.
month break and then boom, I cut it 4.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I was able to. They don't call them liquid handcuffs for no reason. They're,
Oh, I haven't heard of that actually.
yeah.
But it's true though.
Yeah, it is true.
It's just true. I had my own little thing with it, but I just wasn't ready. So
Yeah.
that was the problem. I don't know if had I came in with the mindset that like, hey, I really want to get off this shit. You know, I'm tired of fucking poking myself. I'm tired of, you know, with the street bullshit and all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't, so it was just more like when I wanted to do methadone, I just wanted a break, I guess. And then I did it, and like, fuck, dude, it wasn't even like a day where I was just like I want something to do.
Yeah.
I want, you know, and I was like starving for that action, and then it was fucking hilarious too, because like it was like in my last week of using was. Maybe it all was crazy, but I remember my last week at least, and it was like I was trying to go on methadone. This dude I went to rehab with OD'd.
Oh.
I fucking and then I was able to help him get back, revive him, and I was trying to. I was like, I like the writing was on the wall. Like shit was going south, and something was gonna happen, and I got arrested. So
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
that do it, and that's how I got clean.
Well, I'm glad that something happened that wasn't, you know, death or life prison sentence.
Yeah, absolutely. I was given a chance, and I took it, man.
Yeah.
That was my only, because I'm just that dude. I can't stop.
Yeah, I was on the same type of time. I started to get sober really around 2019.
I see.
Or yeah, right at the beginning of 2019. And just to kind of backtrack a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
my
go ahead.
escalation with things really started when all through high school,
Right.
I dallied, you know, I took ecstasy and
Yeah.
kind of regular stuff, but nothing too crazy. But when I turned 18, me and my best childhood friend Jacob Knoll, he's now the singer for Sublime, but back
Yeah.
then we were just a bunch of kids, you know.
Right, right.
And we started a band called Law, and we moved to Long Beach together.
Okay.
And when we got there for the very first time in our young adult lives, a ton of people were interested in what we were doing.
Mhm.
And we're like, you know, going, yeah, guys, you guys are killing it.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people partied.
Mhm.
And we're older, you know, later 20s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
And we kind of got swept up. I'm not blaming anyone, you know, we're our own people, but we really did get swept up in the party scene of the music industry up there.
I see.
At least who we chose to surround ourselves with.
Right,
You know,
right.
there were better options, but we were young and impressionable and
Yeah.
wanted to hang out with the
Yeah.
cool guys.
The cool
you
guys.
know?
Yeah.
And
I
so
feel that.
it started like most kids. We'd drink a lot and do coke at the shows and stuff.
yeah.
And then it wasn't just the shows.
Yeah.
And then one time someone didn't have coke, so there was speed.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
right.
And from there, it just turned into, you know, Jake stayed away from the opiates because
Yeah.
of what happened with his father. Which,
Yeah, that
thank
makes
God.
sense. I was about to say that. You probably
But he
wanted it
he
off.
had a lot of problems with uppers as well, and he's very open. He's been on many podcasts about it. He'll
Yeah.
tell you all this stuff himself. Is
Yeah.
that he really struggled with addiction for a while too.
Yeah.
And then depends how you want to look at it. I basically got kicked out of my band because Jake
what?
was just trying to get sober, right?
Oh,
and
okay.
I was just
Not-
not there yet.
No, yeah.
I kept saying like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. This band's important to me, and
Yeah.
it was, but the drugs were more important at that moment. So I left the band and moved to Orange County, where
Okay.
I really developed I was about 22, and that's when I entered like full blown addiction.
Oh,
Where I
no
was
shit,
doing
dude.
oxy every day,
Ooh.
heroin, fent, you know,
Right. Anything you can grab your hands
anything. Mostly a mixture of downers and uppers was like my
on. I see.
special brand of escapism. So, you know, speedballing basically is what they
Oh.
used to call it.
Oh yeah.
And then one of my best friends, Robert, who had, you know, after I left the band, he had kind of helped me transition to my new life. And
Yeah.
he took a couple oxys,
Yeah.
and this was 2017, right when the fent was really, really, it was already there, but it was like people were dropping like flies.
Yeah, because they didn't know what was going on.
They didn't know. And he laid on his couch right like there and took a
Yeah.
couple oxys and never woke up. And that for me, I had already seen my life degrade, right? I lost my band. I never had a relationship with my father because he was an addict. So I'd
Yeah.
seen the writing on the wall. But watching one of my closest friends pass away
Yeah.
so suddenly, too. I was with him the night before, and we were just hanging out. And it's like you wake up and you're getting a call saying your friend's not alive. And you
Yeah.
think it's a joke. You're like, nah,
Right.
you're messing with me. So I
Right.
drive up there, and it was the truth. And right then, I didn't get sober at that moment. It took me a month maybe to completely lock it in. But at that moment, I was decided that I was done.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely, dude.
I think I had a couple of days where I had a few drinks or something, and then I was like, no, you know, I'm done. And I checked myself into a rehab in San Diego, or not a rehab, a hospital,
Oh, right.
like the hospital detox, because I didn't have any money or anything at the time. And I
Oh
spent
shit.
2 weeks there just detoxing off oxy, and that's where
Mm-hmm.
I started methadone.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in such a bad way, and you know they don't want to deal with a 22-year-old adult man
Fuck no,
freaking
dude.
out, you know, or 24 at the time. And so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll take the methadone. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't have done it without that, but that's definitely why I started down that path, is because
Got it.
doctors were telling me, hey, this is what you got to do. And I'm like, well, I obviously don't know what to do. So I'll try it. you
Yeah.
know?
Right. That's so funny.
But that's just my little short summary on, you know, just
Right.
family issues, father stuff, early introduction to drugs, and then music industry kind of just fueling the flames to the fire a
Yeah,
little
just
bit.
like all these little little pit stops, and then here you go.
Yeah, little pit stops. But
then-
you know, as we've all, I'm sure people listening to this have experienced too. After my friend Robert passed, man, my cousin passed from fentanyl. 3 or 4 other close friends of mine, either suicide related to a fentanyl addiction or just direct. And
Right.
I think I lost 6 or 7 people in 1 year
Really?
that I have known, like, if not half my life, all my life, like my cousin, you know? And that's when I really kind of turned the corner of not only like, yeah, I'm going to get sober, but like, I'm never going to use drugs again.
Right.
And I'm going to go down a path where I can, at least, you know, if something happens, I can be proud of myself.
Yeah.
Because life's too short. Life's too short to spend your whole life struggling like that.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
it's always a struggle, but
life's a struggle, but
Yeah.
but you know, definitely gets worse if you're on opiates and
yeah,
all that.
that particular struggle is avoidable if you really
Yeah.
want it bad enough.
Right.
You know,
No, absolutely. It's a hard one.
it's a really hard one. Yeah, I'm really blessed to have had my grandma in my life and my mom and my sisters.
Yeah.
Who, when I got sober, I wasn't really close with them for a lot of the years prior, and they really kind of stepped up and were like, "Of course, you're welcome back to the family," you know,
Yeah.
and open
That's
arms kind of thing.
Right.
And that was just like hit me right in the feels of
Fuck
like,
yeah,
oh,
it does.
geez, even after all my mistakes, you know.
Right.
So that's my little story, my little journey to
Yeah.
using to getting clean.
Yeah. No, absolutely, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking. It's a commendable thing.
Well,
Really.
thank you. It's to anybody, even people out there just trying still. It's you know, I agree. It's just commendable just to try to change your life for the better.
Right. Especially yeah, because you just brought me back so many memories, man. Because you know, 2017, 18, and I guess 19 and 20 were like these years where, you know, where Fetty was like not really known or heard of, and then people were dropping. Like I had like, it was like we call it the waves,
Yeah.
you know, where it's just bam, 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 you know. And the first one was like a dude I grew up with, and they, you know, I think it was like in the heroin, you know, that's how it started. It was
Yeah.
the Fetty was in the heroin, and they were just like, they all dropped, and then like fentanyl was kind of becoming, you know, renowned, you know, and then eventually just took heroin off the market here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's just some bad shit, man. That, you know, I am glad that, you know, because I work in the treatment, dude.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, you know, so I'm kind of in the front lines of still, you know, seeing what that shit in opiates too, you know, is what it's doing. You know what I mean? And it's good to see, you know, like my you know, my clients, or you know, or any of the clients at that place, you know, like, you know, get off of it and try to, because it's like the hardest one, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not saying it's like anything special, but it's just,
It's a particular brand of intense physical addiction.
Yeah.
I think fentanyl is. I mean, I've quit doing the blues. I've quit doing H. You know, when you have periods where you stop for a little bit, and
Right.
you detox, and then start again. And man, when the fentanyl pills came around, and I was on those in 2017,
yeah.
dude, when you quit those things, you feel like you're gonna die.
I heard.
It's very uncomfortable. And I've heard people since then tell me that they're doing it straight, like
Yeah.
straight fentanyl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, man,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah, it is.
You
It
know?
is. And it's like one of those things you do like one hit and you drop.
Yeah.
And that's like,
And it's kind of just up to whoever cooked that batch up.
right.
If you're gonna live or die. Like,
Right.
you
No,
know?
exactly. Yeah. Some random motherfucker.
Some
that-
random dude. Yeah.
Like-
It's not a clinically trained pharmaceutical tech.
No,
you
it's not.
know?
No, it's not. And that's always an interesting thing too, is because in 2013, I don't think I've ever knew any of the names for the opiate reversal drugs for, like Narcan, or
Narcan, yeah.
naloxone, or I didn't know any of that shit. You know, back when you OD'd, they fucking
Cold water.
cold water. I heard ice in the ass, but I've never practiced that. I don't.
I'm glad I never had that.
No,
done
I
to me.
never had that opportunity.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip how, you know, at least they're putting more effort into trying to stop overdoses
Yeah.
and you know,
I didn't know about Narcan until after most of my friends,
had died.
had died. And I remember thinking when I heard about that, like, it can't be that simple. And then I learned that it was that simple, that it
Yeah.
really does just save people. And now I always have
Yeah,
some in the car
Fuck
and
yeah,
some
dude.
in my house, just in case.
Just in case.
You know, it's
Yeah.
one person, you never know.
Right. It happened with me. I had so that dude that I saw overdose before I got clean. That was the last time I saw someone overdose until 2023. I was shipping out fuck fentanyl hoodies at the post office, right around here actually, and I saw somebody like pull somebody out of his car, and I didn't know why. I just didn't like put it together that this dude was falling out. But like, yeah, he pulled out this dude out of his car. He's like freaking out, like, help, 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 help. And there's like a crowd building up. And I left my stuff at the post office, and then I'm trying to see what's going on. And then this like he was like giving CPR, and then this lady just said, "Oh, I have Narcan." And then I'm like, "What the hell, Narcan?" And then I'm like, "Oh shit, this dude's falling out!"
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck! So I ran and grabbed mine first, and then I fucking hit the dude like twice. And I had never had practiced it before. I've been trained, but I never had to use it when.
Never had to do it in person in duress.
Yes, exactly, dude. And I hit him, and I got the guy breathing again.
Oh,
It's
thank God, dude. Good job.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
job,
dude.
man.
Yeah, right, dude. It was nuts. But yeah. Ever since that day, I keep that shit on me everywhere. I bring it everywhere.
Yeah, it's a game changer. I'm hoping I've made a couple funny reels using Narcan as a prop, and I'm hoping to like there's a company that works. I can't remember what they're called, but they distribute Narcan a lot. And my friend JT knows one of the people that works there, and he's gonna try to get me set up to do something with them.
Okay.
And get a bunch of Narcan to give to people and
Right.
stuff. You know.
Oh fuck yeah, that's awesome. I love every once in a while I go out and distribute Narcan. Get like a couple boxes and go out. Well, usually like downtown.
Yeah, downtown is really. I've been out there a few times in the last month, and I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people really struggling.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Like, it looks different than it looked even 10 years ago.
Oh, for sure.
A lot different.
But I worked there in 2016, and it was grimy, you know, definitely homeless, and it was kind of losing its lure of like, you know, the nightclub life.
Yeah.
And then when I went recently, I'm just like, holy shit, dude! It's like Night of the Living Dead out here, and you know, all these tents and families, and it's brutal.
Yeah. I've worked at the Page a few times with vacation spots of San Diego, and he owns a couple of businesses down there, and it's just footage from mostly from his cameras of what's going on out there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it reminds me of what's that place, like the Tenderloin in San Francisco, or what's the other place people always talk about?
The one in LA.
No, I think it's in Detroit.
Oh,
Kensington.
Kensington, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's Pennsylvania. Okay, Kensington. Yeah.
Yes.
I see clips of that, and I'm like, man, I can't. Some of it, like, I try to have like a line in the sand for stuff that I'll rate. Like if I see somebody and it literally looks like they're on the verge of like, you know, death or a medical emergency,
right.
I try to stay away from it. 'Cause
right.
It's just, I don't know. It's just a feeling inside. You're
Yeah,
like,
of course.
that doesn't feel right.
That doesn't. Yeah, right. I don't want the guy to die. God damn.
Exactly. Like, and not to say that all of the people on my page aren't in need of serious help.
Of course.
They all are. But, you know, it's just, I guess it's kind of arbitrary. I see something and I'm just like, yeah, that's not going to do that.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel when I see Kensington. I'm like, I can't even use these. Like,
No.
they're so bad.
It's so bad. Yeah. No. Yeah, dude. It's like to the extreme, dude. You're like, oh, this is. It can't get worse than this.
It looks like a third world
Yeah.
country, like right there on that strip, just like groups of like 20 people huddled up. Some of them, you know, handicapped. Some of them clearly needing medical help.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it's just like, wow, it's crazy. It's crazy how before it felt like these problems were kind of like isolated to certain areas, and now with fentanyl, it's just San Diego has one, LA has one, San Francisco, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. What inspired you to make your page and with with the videos and all that? Was it just a? I think you told me actually, but
It was a combination of things. Originally, do you know Who Am You? Jimmy? He's
Yeah.
a sober content creator. And we started talking a while ago just as friends. I was just a fan of his stuff, really.
yeah,
And he just kind of inspired me. Like, I wanted to try my version of that. So I started doing some skits in general.
Yeah.
And then this other guy that's been nothing but cool to me, Creatures of New York, or Hess, he's like a super solid dude. He posts what he sees in New York, and I just messaged him, and I was like, what do you think if I tried to, like, rate some of your videos, you know,
Yeah.
and give a different spin on it, add, like, a little comedic
Right.
relief to it? And he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we can try that. So that's kind of where it started.
yeah,
And at first, it really was, not to sound like a dick, but kind of just for me
Right.
at the beginning.
Right,
Like,
right, right,
I didn't have any noble goals to speak of, more so just like, this has been my life. I really relate with this, and I feel
Right.
like I could make it funny.
right,
But, you know, right around like 14, 15K followers,
yeah,
I started to actually notice that a lot of people really kind of resonated with the gallows humor.
yeah,
And from there, I've kind of tried to push things in a slightly more community direction. Like, I make a huge effort to reply to everybody, especially people talking about their struggles and addiction.
right, absolutely,
Like, I'll scroll through and just look for those so I can,
right,
you know, not give medical advice, but just be like, hey, I know where you're at.
yeah,
Like, I understand how you're feeling, and this is what I did. This is what helped me.
right,
And reach out if you ever need help. And maybe it doesn't do anything, but at least, you know,
right,
just to know that there's a group of people who relate with it has made me kind of change. So, like, originally I only did the naughty skits, right? And recently I've kind of switched it up to doing regular recovery skits
okay,
in congruity with the Noddy God stuff.
yeah.
So still under the naughty character, but
yes,
you know, just open it up. You don't always do the same thing. You want to be able to
right,
have
right,
fun,
right,
you know.
right. No, yeah, mix it up.
Mix it up. Yeah, exactly.
ya. I
See what
feel
the next thing is that you're going to do, and yeah.
That's right, dude. That's right. And God, I was thinking like, man, I probably had a couple moments in my life that probably could have made a good little skit on the page. I was told like, when was this? Like 2010. I was having like Thanksgiving with my family, and in my mind, everything was fine.
Yeah.
Everything was good. And then when I got arrested, it was so this was Thanksgiving 2010, and it was Christmas 2010 that I was arrested for the first time.
Oh,
And
fun.
then you know all my business had to come out. You know, after that it was, you know, heroin possession, blah blah blah. blah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it. And then so it was like a month later, and my uncle was like, "So man, you were totally fucking out of it at Thanksgiving. Like your eyes were rolling back in your head.
You're sitting there like, oh, and in your mind you're like, everything's good.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
I thought we had a nice dinner. Like, what the fuck?
They're all like, oh no.
Yeah.
Poor Luis. He's
Yeah.
not doing good.
Yeah, he's not doing good, man. We gotta call the ambulance on this phone. Yeah, dude. It's sunny, so so things that sort of stuff does bring levity for me, because that's just, you know,
Yeah.
my own personal experience.
Yeah, I mean, if you were an addict, you know, in any point in your life, you're gonna be able to look back and just shake your head
Yeah.
and look down at
Yeah.
a couple of things, you
Yeah.
know, where you're just like, oh, I was down bad and I didn't even know it. You know?
Right. And, you know, to my credit, you know, camera phones were not really a thing. So not too many. And shit, dude, like I've seen just photos. I'm like, God damn. Like,
Yeah.
like how the fuck did I think I was pulling this shit off?
I know.
Like,
I see pictures of me. I mean, I'm already skinny. I'm like 150 pounds. And I see pictures of me when I was on drugs. And I'm like, I look like I would have blown away with the wind. I'm like, man, I was just cruising around thinking everything was A-okay, too.
Okay.
Thought I was looking sharp.
Yeah.
You know? People are like, oh, he's going to die soon. Oh, God.
Fuck. So you started a band with Jacob when you're 18, and now you're in another band. When did you start that band?
So I'm in a band called Somehow Unseen, or Shuss, right now.
Yeah.
And I joined this group about a year ago. The other two, I play bass and do like some mixing and mastering.
Oh, okay.
And then the singers are Joe and Dylan. And then we got a drummer named Neil and a guitar player named Hunter.
Okay.
And so that kind of coalition came together because about a year ago, Jacob's manager, Jarrett, reached out to me and said, hey, I have an album I want you to master. If you could help me with it. It's like a family friend project. And at first I was like, oh, fuck.
Shit, really?
You know, like, yeah, I got you. But like usually when people say a family project, it sucks.
Yeah, right.
It's like the worst shit you've ever heard. And you're just like, oh, man, I can't do anything to make this better. But I got the album and I'm sitting there like, just, all right, I'm going to do this. And I hit play and right away I'm like, holy shit, these kids are good. I only say kids because like they're like 6 years younger than me. So I'm 31.
Okay.
And they're all about 25, 24.
Okay,
youngsters. And youngsters, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I hear this and I'm like, first of all, I'm excited to work on it. And I master it, do a decent job, enough to make them happy.
Right.
And they come over because they wanted to learn some about mastering. And they wanted some bass on a part. And I was like, oh, I played bass with Jacob. Like, I got you. And I recorded something. And right there, they walked out of the room and came back in and were like, do you want to join the band? And I was already, like, sold on I was hoping they would ask. Because I was like, dang, this album is dope, you know?
Fuck yeah, dude.
So ever since then, me and Dylan and Joe have just kind of been, like, best friends. Just linking up we do practice once a week and try to do 2 or 3 shows a month. But, you know, it just depends on what's available.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Schedule wise and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
So yeah, that's how I got into that, and everybody like me and Dylan, we're both sober, so that's cool.
Oh fuck yeah! Dude.
And then the rest of the members of the band, they've never had addiction problems, so like they drink every once in a while, but like regular adults.
Right.
Nothing
responsible.
No crashing cars or
no.
Yeah. No.
Sounds boring.
I know, right? I'm like, you're not drinking, right, man?
Nah, yeah, you're not. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been fun. It's like my passion project right now.
Oh, I feel you. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I feel you. I such a healing thing, you know, live music.
Yeah.
You know, going to shows and fucking right now like October's I booked like I bought like 6 tickets this month. So I'm kind of on the high of live music right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I just saw you at the Jacob's Castle and who was it? Plain White Tees? Is that what they're called?
Plain White Tees was it. We didn't stick around for them.
Neither did I.
Oh, hey there, Delilah.
It got to like 8 or like 7:30, and I was like, yeah,
I know.
I'm maxed out.
Yeah, no, seriously. But that was rad. I've been such a huge fan of Sublime growing up here.
Yeah, it's like the Southern California Bible kind of.
It is.
You know,
it
like.
Is. And dude, I was a kid loving that band, not knowing what any of the lyrics were about.
Dude, me too.
And, you know, and then I get a little older. I'm smoking some bud and drinking, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah,
I fuck with this now.
I remember when I first heard Bad Fish. Like I was a kid, and I literally was imagining like a bad fish, like a fish swimming around, and just like a do rag on.
Yeah. It's a badass. Fish
it's a bad fish right there.
That's and it's about heroin addiction.
Yeah. Metaphors flying over my head.
Fuck right. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, that was really rad. It was so cool. Seeing Jacob play.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been wanting to check it out too.
He's done a great job, man, which is so cool because when we were growing up, like, and he's fine. He'll be fine with me telling you this. He says it himself. He never wanted to take Sublime over.
For sure.
Like there was Sublime with Rome for a number of years. Kind of a slightly separate thing. And for years, Jake, you know, he didn't. I don't think he wanted to live in any kind of shadow. But once he got to around 28, 29, you know, he told me, I'm considering it. I'm considering it because I don't really like the direction it's gone with Rome, and I'd prefer to kind of take over and try to push it in a more original direction. And man, like it's the biggest undertaking. He's just a normal dude like you or I from San Diego, grew up smoking and chilling, and to try to do such a legendary band justice is hard enough, and he's killing it. He's dropping new singles that are top indie charts. They're touring the world, and I'm so proud of him and how he's done good by the Sublime name. He's just killed it.
Hell yeah, dude! It's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome to see that come back. You know.
Yeah,
because you know for sure, you know
they're like bringing live music back. I mean, not literally, but like there is a certain sense of like SoCal kind of like everyone is down with Sublime. So when they play, everyone's coming. The hood dudes, the Vatos, the white boys, Beach Boys, everyone's going. It's all love,
dude.
you know?
Absolutely, dude.
the best part about it.
Fuck yeah, dude. This whole motherfucking Southern California region, dude.
Yeah.
you got a legit army.
Yeah, it's fun, dude.
Fuck
It's
yeah,
fun.
dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh man. So is there any well, I guess we touched it up a little bit, but is there any more like plans for the future for you with your content and your music?
Yeah, for Noddy God, I'm gonna continue doing the fun nod ratings and stuff, keeping
Yeah.
people on their toes. But I'm definitely gonna also start, like I did an interview with Jacob,
Okay.
where it's kind of a satirical interview. You
Oh,
know,
is
like
it?
it's like a little bit. I don't know if you've seen Between Two
I've
Ferns.
I've seen some clips.
Yeah.
It looked intense.
Yeah, no, it was fun. We're just having fun, you know. We've always been into kind of like, we never took drama classes, but we've always kind of been those drama kids, of
Right.
like acting goofy or pretending we hate each other or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
for that, we wanted to kind of take like a Between Two Ferns approach to it, like.
I see.
And we also were really heavily inspired by like Eric Andre
Oh yeah.
and shows like that, like really abstract kind of Adult Swim humor.
I see.
So that
Fuck
was
yeah,
kind of
dude.
the angle we were pitching on that. But I want to do more of those. I want to interview like other musicians, recovered addicts, people in general,
Oh, got you.
and kind of do a satirical spin of like roasting them a tiny bit, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
healthy amount, not like anything personal, but just
Right.
like, you know, making jokes, just pretending you don't hear them, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's awesome. You know, it's fun to laugh at yourself too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's fun to laugh at yourself.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Can't take yourself so serious.
Yeah, 100%. Well, you can, but you just end up really butthurt all the
Yeah,
time.
real fun. We don't need that, man.
Yeah.
A lot of that's been going on around this generation.
Oh man, the internet today is like, I remember when we were younger, like it didn't really matter what you believed. Everybody was kind of like, but we're all American and we all want America to do good. And now it's like it's just like a war between the two parties. I'm like, man,
Woo! Yeah, I know.
stressful times.
I know. I try not to. I try not to engage in either party,
Same,
man.
same,
You know what I
man.
mean? I'm like, fuck. Dude.
And if you're listening to, don't buy into that, because we can all be neighbors and show
Right.
each other respect and love without having
Absolutely.
the same exact beliefs.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
doesn't need to happen.
Exactly, dude. Like, you know, I so anyhow, I'll go like on. I guess Facebook's the big one.
Oh, yeah.
That's where people get real strong feelings. But I see some people posting stuff, you know, about politics or whatever. It could be religion, whatever. And I'm just like, you know, I literally will look at it and I'm like, I really don't agree with that, but that's fine. I just keep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't change my opinion. I won't stop being friends with somebody.
Yeah, same.
You
You
know?
know, I mean, the only thing for me is when people make it their whole personality.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like hard to maintain a relationship.
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
like, man,
That's true.
you talk about this every time.
Yeah,
I see
every time I
you.
see you, like, oh god, dude, like, I don't want to talk about the fucking election no more,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's all good. It's all good.
It's over now.
Yeah, dude.
I'll see you in 4 years.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly. We can restart this argument in 4
Yeah,
years.
yeah, dude. Seriously. Oh man, I've always been like growing up. I've always been like a little bit of an anarchist and a nihilist anyway. So I'm not trying to fucking get super into like, you know, politics and all that. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm always just like, yeah.
I just feel like personally, like I'm not educated enough
Right.
to really tell people how to feel about something any more than like a regular person. You know, I'm not a studier of of
Yeah.
you know, just politics in general. I don't.
No, yeah. I feel the same way. I'm like, you know, where I'm just a regular fucking guy.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean?
Exactly. I make funny videos and stuff.
Right.
I'm not the right person.
Yeah,
to listen to.
yeah. Don't take my my political advice.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I just try not to give it in comments or anything. Some people will comment stuff on my page like really heavily politically motivated.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because they see the problems of addiction
Oh,
on the street.
I see.
And
I see where you're
they
going now.
attack the government and, you know,
Yes.
whoever they believe
Yeah,
is
yeah.
at fault, whether it's left or right. We got people on both sides,
Yeah,
you know? And
yeah.
I just try not to reply to those. Or if I do, I say, hey, try not to make this a politics thing. It's just
Sure.
that that's the point, is everyone's affected by this.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're red, blue, purple.
Yeah, it's not just the Democrats or the Republicans that are
No,
addicts.
no,
It's
yeah, yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, it's everybody. Exactly, dude. Exactly. But I really do think it's awesome, man. What you do, and it is like I honestly do find it's its own brand of awareness. What you do,
No, thank you.
you know what I mean?
I'm like I said, I didn't start it with that in mind, but I did try to like make a little bit of a pivot now that I've gotten a little traction towards that, towards
Right.
awareness. And you know, and same goes for like if you have anything you're hosting that's like, you know,
Yeah.
positive for the message and for awareness, let me know and I'll repost it and
Oh
everything.
fuck yeah, dude!
you
Hell
know?
yeah, dude! I appreciate that, brother.
course, dude.
I really do. I really do. Yeah, because when I started this thing, it was kind of like very similar to how you started your page. I started Fuck Fentanyl San Diego, literally thinking that it was gonna be like a box of T-shirts that I just made because I was tired of seeing the homies dying,
Yeah.
and all that, and seeing them strung out too, So I made this box of T-shirts. It's gonna be like one little photo, right, a little group photo, and then that was it. And it was gonna be like maybe I don't know, like 10 or 20 of my friends, following it, and then it just like whoa.
Just started growing.
Started growing, and I'm like, well, what do I do with this now?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, because you're never forced to ask yourself like, how is what I'm doing going to be affecting a broader population of people until there is a more people who are
Right.
looking at what you're doing.
Absolutely.
So I think that's normal. I talked to the Dopey podcast. That guy's
Oh,
so
yeah.
cool, and we had the same exact conversation. Like it's funny because when we talked about it, I thought he was going to be like, well, not me. I started this to help people, and he was like, fuck no, I started this because I wanted to be the #1 drug podcaster. And then as it grew, same thing. I saw the impact it could have, and I started using it as a tool to help people. And I'm like, that's
Okay.
really cool. I really relate with that.
No, fuck yeah, dude. I love that too, dude. I mean, because I spent a good portion of my life living the opposite end. I was the problem.
Yeah.
I was society's problem.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm trying to make right with that.
I'm sure the California court system are probably not too thrilled with me.
They weren't for me. I gave them a little bit of hell.
Yeah, same here.
But hey, I haven't been arrested since I've been clean. So
Yeah, same. I went to jail 4 times when I was using, all for short stints, never like hard time.
oh no, yeah.
And since I've been sober, I've been pulled over twice maybe.
Oh no
And
shit.
both times it was without incident.
Yeah.
I mean, the first guy was kind of a dick, but
Yeah.
that's just people though,
Right.
It's just a person thing. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. I used to feel like I was being profiled, which is so funny to say as like a white dude. But like, when you're an addict, you're in your head
Yeah.
like paranoid and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
these
yeah.
cops hate me. I'm
Yeah,
being
yeah,
profiled.
they're after me, dude.
They're
Yeah.
after me. This white dude with blue eyes. And turns out it was just because I looked like a literal crackhead. Because I was. So, cause and effect, I guess.
Cause and effect. It's funny because when I got arrested, I was trying to do it was literally by a street cop. I had just picked up. It was maybe like a block or two. I was walking down the street, and I had a choice of shooting up I got my stuff. I got everything ready. I was gonna shoot up at this McDonald's bathroom, or I can just go to the safe spot, which is my mom's house, a little further down, like 3 blocks the other direction. But the McDonald's bathroom was closer,
Yeah.
so I went there. And then with my hair like fucking just like this and fucking weighing at 130, fucking it's the middle of the fucking night. I'm kind of like rushing over there, ready to go, and like I get pulled over by this fucking asshole, dude. Like this, he just wouldn't like fucking leave me alone. And he's just like, hey, you are totally tweaking right now. And I'm like, I'm not a tweaker. And then he ran my name. He's like, oh, you've been arrested for heroin possession like 4 times. You're a heroin addict.
Homie's a tweaker bloodhound. He's
Yeah.
like trying to sneak him out. He's like, I know a tweaker when I see one.
I know. That's exactly what it was, dude. And yeah. So this asshole cop, man, that was just fucking persistent, kind of fucking with me because I'm a junkie, was end up being like this catalyst of getting me clean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how that can happen. How like the worst things is sometimes it takes like the lamest shit happening to wake up and realize like I don't want no part in this.
Yeah. No, seriously. Seriously. Like, oh God, like man, it's this just going back into processing and fucking kicking, like
Oh my God, kicking in jail is so lame.
It's the worst.
Yeah,
It's the worst,
so
dude.
lame.
It's the worst, you know. You're like, and I the last time I was able to do it under the influence because I took some with me.
Yeah, that'll work.
So that time was like the only doable time because it was like I just blacked out pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, teleported through processing into my cell.
Yeah, you just like, here I am.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. I could sleep for like.
I had that happen when I got booked in LA. I was taking like 2 bars and I've been up for 3 nights. And the second I sit down in the holding cell, it's like the same thing. I barely remember what happened. Then I'm walking into the cell, like the actual cell in the dorm room, and they're closing it. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm in jail. Like it all just hit me at once. Where I was like, oh no. You know? I looked around and I was like, fuck. Okay.
Fuck yeah, dude.
At least I was in Hollywood and not at the Twin Towers.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh man, but yeah, dude, I fucking really appreciate you coming over here, dude.
Dude, thanks for having me, man.
And like, you're a fucking really fucking awesome dude, man. I fucking got nothing but respect for you, man, for fucking, you know, overcoming something that's really like fucking hard and you know, doing all this fun stuff, but also this like meaningful, positive things. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you, and I feel the same way about you, man. I think what you're doing with this podcast is rad because, like, you know, I use humor. A lot of people use humor, but you're really cutting straight to the crux of like people's real experiences.
Yeah,
and I think that's really cool. I think that's what can help make a big difference. So you keep it up too, man.
Thank you, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you so much, man. And I'd love to do a little follow up with you too.
Yeah.
Get
Anytime,
you in that
dude.
Studio.
Let's do it, dude. Just let me know when, and I'll cruise up. And it's cool because I live a little closer to Orange County too. So.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
I'm in Oceanside, so it's.
Oceanside.
Oh yeah, Oceanside. It's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. I like it over there.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right, man. Well, thank you again, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right, appreciate you.
Sweet.